Okay, good day everyone and welcome back to our discussion on finance lease. So kanina na-discuss natin yung about sa direct finance lease which involves the gross investment, net investment, and the unearned interest income. But now we will discuss sales type lease kung saan papasok na yung ating sales, cost of goods sold, and then the gross income. So let's start. Let's read the questions first. What amount should be reported as total unearned interest income? What amount should be reported as gross income on sale? And what amount should be reported as interest income for the current year? So let's read the problem. Vanderbilt Company is a dealer in machinery. So dealer, ibig sabihin, nagbebenta siya, di ba? At the beginning of current year, a machinery was leased to another entity with the following provisions. We have the annual rental payable at the end of each year, 3 million, lease term and useful life 5 years, cost of machinery 8 million, residual value unguaranteed 1 million, implicit interest rate 12%, PV of ordinary annuity 3.60 and PV of 1.57. At the end of the 5-year lease term, the machinery will revert to the Vanderbilt Company. Vanderbilt Company incurred initial direct costs of 300,000 in finalizing the lease agreement. So, number one question is to compute for the total unearned interest income. So, paano natin kinukompute ang unearned interest income? That would be the gross investment minus the net investment. So, una, compute muna natin kung magkano ang ating gross investment. Diba? Gross investment. Para ba gross investment? Gross rentals multiply by the number of years. Annual rental multiplied by the number of years, and then plus residual value, whether guaranteed or unguaranteed. So that would be annual rental na 3 million multiply by 5 years. That would be 15 million. And then the residual value, that is the gross rental. And then residual value na 1 million. So, ang ating gross investment is 6 million. How about the net investment? So, if you can recall, net investment is equal to the present value, di ba? Present value of the rentals and the present value of the residual value. So, yung na-compute natin dyan, o kinamit nating amount which is the 3 million, multiply natin ng present value of ordinary annuity, which is 3.60 kasi annual yan at the end, di ba? At the end, so ordinary annuity. And then multiply natin yung residual value na 1 million by 0.57. So this is 10 million. Move ko lang to. Ay, sorry. Sana yun napunta. Nawawala siya. This is 10 million 800,000. And then 1 million times 0.57, 570,000. So, ang total niyan is 11 million 370,000. Okay? Para maging parehas, gawin natin whole number to. This is 16 million. So, pag minus natin yan, ang makukumpute natin is 4,630,000. So, this is the net investment. Then, compute the unearned interest income. 4,630,000. That would be letter A. Next, gross income on sale. So, paano ba kinukumpute ng ating gross income on sale? Sales less cost of goods sold equals the gross income. So, magkano ba ang ating sales natin? Sabi niya, okay, for the computation of the sale, we have the fair value. Balikan lang natin yung ating ano kanina, ito. So we have here for the sale, lower of the net investment and the fair value of asset. So ano yung mas lower, tinan natin. So net investment natin is 11,370. How about the fair value? Walang binigay. So since walang binigay, we will use the net investment. That is 11,370,000. How about the cost of goods sold? Diba ang cost of goods sold would be cost plus initial direct cost. Ang cost natin is 8 million, and then meron tayong initial direct cost na 300,000. So 8 million plus 300,000. So that would be 8,300,000. So makukumpute natin dyan yung ating gross income. Magkano ang ating gross income? 3,070,000. That would be letter B. Next, what amount should be reported as interest income for the current year? Diba, kinukumpute natin ang ating interest income through the net investment, diba? Magkano bang ating net investment? 11,370,000 multiply by the implicit interest rate na 12%. That would be 1,364,400. Kung tatanungin nyo, bakit hindi minus yung ating annual rental na 3 million? Kasi nga, end of each year. Diba nung last time, pinag-usapan natin beginning, kaya nag-minus muna tayo ng January 1 pa lang ng annual rental payment. But since end of the year siya nagbabayad, multiply na natin agad yung net investment natin ng implicit interest rate. So that is 1,364,400, letter A. Next, let's have another problem. What amount should be reported as total unearned interest income? And what amount should be reported as gross income on sale? What amount should be reported as interest income for the current year? So, naputol yung ano. At the beginning of current year, the ferry was leased to the Super Ferry Line on a contract specifying that ownership of the ferry shall transfer to the lessee at the end of the lease period. Original cost 8 million, fair value 13 million, lease payments payable in advance 1,500,000, estimated residual value 2 million, implicit interest rate 12%, lease term is 20 years, present value of annuity due is 8.37 and present value of 1 is 0.10. So how do we compute again for the gross total unearned interest income? That would be gross rentals, a gross investment minus the net investment. Okay? Wala. So magkano ang ating gross investment? We have the lease payments na 1,500,000 multiply by 20 years. That would be 30 million. How about the residual value, whether guaranteed or unguaranteed? Sorry, tama. The residual value would be, okay, saan naman yun? 2 million. 2 million. Ay lang. Ay, sorry, 1,500,000. Residual value is 2 million. Okay. So this is 32 million ang ating gross investment. How about the net investment? Di ba pag net investment, under ng ano, paggamit tayo ng ating present value, which is yung 1,500,000 multiply natin ng 8.37, and then yung ating estimated residual value 2 million multiply by 0.10. Tama? Ay, sorry. Net investment is, wait, check lang natin to be sure. Net investment, tama. Present value of lease payments plus present value of the residual value. So, 1.5 times, wala, calculator tayo. 1.5 times 0.31, that would be, ay sorry, 1.5 times 8.31, 12,465,000. 2 million times 0.10, 200,000. So, pag pinag-add natin yan, that would be 12,665,000. Minus natin sa 2 million, 32 million pala. That would be 19 million, sorry, wait lang. 19,335,000. Magkano bang, wait lang. Okay, may problem lang sa ating problem. Check ko lang yung ano, kasi hindi siya nagtutugma. 1.5 times 20, tama. Okay, sorry. May nakalagay pala dyan na yung ating, okay, ownership of the ferry shall transfer to the lessee at the end of lease term. Since nagkaroon ng transfer to the lessee at the end of lease term, ignored ang ating residual value. So, sorry for that. Pero since alam na natin, ignored natin itong 2 million. Okay? So, that is 30 million. So, 30 million yan. Ayan, 30 million. So, gross investment less the net investment of 2 million. So, wala na rin itong ito, 12 million. Tama ba yan? 1.5 times 8.37. Sorry, 8.37. 8.37, 12 million 555,000. So, yun ang take note nyo ha, yung residual value. So, hindi ko lang napansin kanina. So, 12,555. So, that would be 17 million 445,000. So, the answer is letter A. So, ulitin natin. Nagkaroon ng transfer ng ownership to the lessee. Kapag ganon, na mayroong transfer of ownership, yung residual value is hindi natin i-consider. Kasi nga, di ba, yung residual value is the amount of the asset or carrying amount of the asset at the end of its useful life. But since hindi, ang point of view natin dito is si lessor tayo, since nagkaroon ng transfer of ownership, wala na tayong i-recognize na residual value. Kaya maalisin na natin siya sa ating computation dito. So, ginamit lang natin yung ating gross rentals. So, yun din gagamitin natin sa ating net investment. Di ba ang net investment is um, i-recall natin, net investment is equal to the fair value of asset or the underlying asset or the present value of rentals, whichever is lower. Eh, di ba, ang present value niya is 13 million, di ba? Ito, 13 million. So, ang mas lower, itong 12 million, 555, kaya yun yung ginamit natin. So, just in case na mas mababa yung fair value, yun yung gamitin mo. But then, since mas mababa ang ating present value of rentals, yun ang ginamit natin. Next, let's go to number 2, gross income. So, gross income, sales, less cost of goods sold. So, we have the sales. Magkano ang ating sales? That would be equal to the present value of rentals. Diba? 12,555,000. Less the cost of goods sold. Yung ating cost of goods sold is 8 million, which is the original cost. Wala naman tayong initial direct cost. This would be 4,555,000 gross income. Letter B. Next, interest income. So, kung titignan mo, start tayo ulit sa net investment, which is 12,555. That would be for January 1, 20x1. But then, in advance siya, so magbabawas na tayo ng 1,500,000 beginning pa lang ng year. 1,500,000. Ay, sorry. So, wala pa tayong interest niyan. 1,500,000. So, this is 11,055,000. 11,055,000, dito yung 12%. Multiply by 12%, makukuha natin ang ating interest income na 1,326,600. Yan yung ating interest income. That would be letter C. Okay? I think meron pa tayong isang problem. Next, gross income, interest income. So, ang nangyari din dito, Mariana's company adopted the policy of leasing as the primary method, leasing, okay, of selling its product. The entity's main product is a small helicopter. Mariana's company reconstructed such a helicopter for Jade Company at a cost of 8,500,000 with estimated residual value of 1,600,000. The terms of the lease provided for annual advance payments of 2,500,000 every January 1 to be paid over 10 years with the ownership transferring to the lessee at the end of the lease period. Mariana's company incurred initial direct cost of 500,000. The cash sale price of the helicopter is 14,875,000. Financing the construction was at 14% rate. The present value of an annuity due of 1 at 14% for 10 period is 5.95. How do we compute gross income? Sales, di ba? Sales less cost of goods sold. So, ang ating sales, magkano? We'll have ito, ano yung advance payment na 2,500,000, di ba? 2,500,000 times 5.95 kasi present value ang gagamitin natin diyan. Di ba? Balikan natin yung ating formula ito sa taas. Okay, kapag sales, the lower of the net investment and the fair value of asset. So, yung kumputin mo natin yung net investment. Saka tayo pupunta sa ating fair value. So, net investment, yung annual lease payment, multiply it by its present value. Okay? At since nagkaroon ng transfer of ownership, we will ignore the residual value. So, that is 2,500,000 times 5.95. That would be 4,875,000. So, wala na tayong other dyan. Pasok na tayo sa ating cost of goods sold, which is the cost. Cost na 8.5, okay, plus yung ating 500,000 na initial direct cost. So 8,500,000 plus the 500,000. So that would be um uh 9 million, 'di ba? 9 million. So magkano 'yan? That would be 5,875,000. 5,875. That is the gross income. Next, number 2, interest income. So gagamitin natin yung ating present value of rentals na magkano? 14,875,000. So 14,875,000, that would be the carrying amount. And then January 1 X1, January 1 X1, ay sorry. Sabi niya advance payment, oh. Advance payment. So magbawas tayo ng ating 2,500,000 at the beginning of the current year. So 2,500,000. So magkano 'yon? That would be 12,375,000. And then we multiply by its implicit interest rate of 14%. So 12,375,000 times 14%, 1,732,500. So that would be letter B. Yeah. Parang amortization lang, 'di ba? Amortization. Kung i-figure mo siya, para siyang i-amortize mo siya. Pero kung ayaw niyo mag-amortize, okay lang din. 14,875 minus 25 um times 14%, gano'n, automatic sa calculator. But pinakita ko lang para ma-imagine niyo siya na gumagamit tayo lagi ng ating amortization table. Lalo na 'pag medyo mahabang problem yung hinahanap, like magkano yung interest revenue for the next years, 'di ba? Magkano yung interest income for the next years, 'di ba? Mag-amortization tayo para mas makita natin, ma-visualize natin. Pero kung ayaw nyo gumawa ng amortization table, pwede naman direct sa calculator. You use the carrying amount minus the annual payment, multiply by the implicit interest rate. So yun. So that would be our discussion for the sales type list.